Okay, I'm just going to read you another bit of my book, Eddie Had a Dream. This is from Chapter 8, Farewell to the Cherries, 2010-2011 season. It's a little bit about when Eddie is considering whether he should be taking on a new challenge or whether he should stay at Bournemouth. Okay. Charlton might have been a smaller club than Southampton, but they were a family club that had been in the Premier League and were a reasonable step up too. Then there was Crystal Palace, who also seemed a good fit, with plenty of quality in their team and a division higher. Yet standing in the wings too were Burnley, who had fallen from the Premier League but were looking for a quick return and had money to spend as well as players to offload. Who would Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall choose? And when would they decide what was best for their careers? This was a week when supporters went through all the emotions that bring them closer to the club. There was the tantalising news that approaches had been made. Charlton and Crystal Palace would both make a move for Eddie, having vacant manager positions in the week of January 2011. On the 7th of January, the Bournemouth Echo was already reporting that AFC Bournemouth had reluctantly, in quotes, given permission to Crystal Palace to talk to Howe. The wait during the week was agonising, but Eddie and Jason were offered a pay rise to stay at Dean Court, and with the club in second place in the league, it was hoped that the matter would quickly be concluded in favour of AFC Bournemouth. That seemed to be the case at first. The club, the supporters and the players mean so much to me. It's not going to be easy, said Eddie Howe. I've got to battle with myself and come to a decision which is right for everybody, he told BBC Radio Solent. Out of respect for everybody, I've got to get a move on. I don't want to be playing anyone along. That's not my intention at all. But it's got to be the correct decision, not a snap judgment. It may well be that my dog may be getting some more exercise. Eddie went on to add, I'm never going to leave this club on a whim, or just because I've had an offer somewhere else. That's not how I work. I've had a terrific time here. I've loved every minute of doing the job. And when you're somewhere where you're liked and respected, it counts for a lot in my book. I'm anguished as people say, this is a nice position to be in, but it doesn't feel like that. I'm very torn, and when you see players perform like that, it makes it even harder to see their commitment and attitude to everything we've asked them to do. I can't fault them. They've never let me down, not once. They're a great group to work for, and I'm proud to be their manager, Howe said. They feel more than just a group of players to me. They feel like family. Eddie Mitchell knew this was a fight that he wouldn't keep winning. He loves the club, and if he decides to move on, it will be heart-wrenching, but I'll give him a glowing reference, said Eddie Mitchell when talking to BBC Radio Solent. Eddie's always up for the challenge and believes in himself, and that's what's propelled him to where he is now, added Mitchell. Money has to be a consideration as money gives you security. He's got to digest everybody's opinions and his own thoughts and make a difficult decision. Eddie Mitchell was pleased to bring Eddie Howe in front of the media cameras on a Tuesday night at Dean Court and to proclaim, Eddie's staying. With the sound of huge cheers from supporters, this was an amazing outcome for the fans that had awaited the decision at the ground. Yet no sooner had Eddie Mitchell looked so pleased with his prize and relieved with being able to head off another 2 attempts to pull Eddie and Jason away than Burnley came in with an offer. It looked like Eddie Howe had made up his mind to embark on a new challenge. Did he feel that the turbulence of the previous week had unsettled things at AFC Bournemouth? And was it better for all that he moved on now? Eddie Howe had told his players on Friday morning before the Colchester game that it would be his last as the Bournemouth manager.